And we're live! Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh. I don't know if I can go higher than that. We're live!
Right.
Bam! Look at us, F1 fanatics. We're back. Back in the game. Back for the Motorsport Manager game. Back to... I'm doing the usual tweeting thing to say that we're live.
I'm doing the sound check.
Well, I'm doing the tweeting. Oh my god, we're... Wait, we need to be closer to the microphone. Is that a thing? We're here. Sorry. We're being the anti-social streamers again. Like.
Hi Liam. Hi
Thanks
Dougie.
for joining.
Could you grab my headphones?
Yes.
So just there. The other side.
Stephen doesn't want to talk to you. I'll go from there. Matthew Moyson, hello from F1 Fantasy.
Sounds weird.
Thank you for joining in. Oh. Is it okay? Stephen is listening. Hello?
It sounds okay. Is it a bit quiet?
So basically the usual webcam isn't working. So we've got this other webcam, but the webcam mic on there is a bit squeaky, but this microphone is it okay? Oh, look, we've peaked.
A bit weird.
Look at this. It sounds... Stephen's listening to it and he thinks it's okay. Oh, we're not live, so I can't share the link for some reason.
We've got
Sorry,
this.
we'll apologise. This is, again, the usual kind of chaotic start.
Might just be a different sound.
It might be, because it's different to what we go from there. Hi, Nico is pondering. Thanks for joining in.
Yes.
Sorry, you're just looking at the microphone rather confused.
I'm also hearing us, and it's a bit weird.
Oh,
I think it sounds fine.
Listen.
Is the audio
Hello,
fine
Craig Taggart.
for other people? Or we just sounded weird? Hi, Craig.
That's what we...
The chat's not showing up.
We might sound different. The chat isn't appearing. Oh, look at this. We're trying to be professional.
Very quiet.
Oh, no. Very quiet. Can we boost that?
No.
What if we just kind of...
If we hold it close.
What if I go here? Is the sound okay here? That's now like burst Stephen's eardrum. So we just go, it's like an interview. How exciting. Hey, Stephen. What did you make of Fernando Alonso's podium last time out? Oh, it's very quiet from Craig Taggart.
I think that's better.
It's better now. Is it better now? We'll go to chat because we'll try and get this all sorted before everything goes. So, Stephen, do you have the chat live up?
Yeah, I have the chat. Craig says yes. Craig says not quite. Just sounds like a FaceTime call.
Oh. It's professional doesn't work for us. Katie's appeared. Katie #before. Oh, look, we've got some chat.
Why is it just Katie's message just popped up?
I don't know.
Has everyone's message been popping up?
Maybe. Maybe we don't know. Let's just keep going.
I apologise if the audio is a bit weird.
If the audio is quiet, maybe turn the audio up your end.
Yeah.
As a quick fix, and we'll try and get the webcam working next week.
This was a short-term fix.
It was literally like we were ready to stream, and then suddenly
I broke things. That's what I've done.
Stephen broke it. It's his fault. He's to blame. He's out the team. What? Stephen, you have just been axed from the F1 Fanatics team. How do you react to this?
Oh, I'm gutted, to be honest. But I feel like I can move on and go for new adventures.
All right. He's not hanging around. Look at him going on there. But anyway, yes, this feels weird to be kind of talking into a microphone on there. But right, anyway, we'll get cracking on Motorsport Manager. That's what you're all here for, not for us to kind of be spending like half hour going. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wait, we'll give a quick run through. with everything from there. So last time out, we were in where were we? It was a street circuit.
I thought you were taking us out.
Singapore. We were in Singapore. That's where we were. Fernando
Where were we?
Alonso cruelly crushed Alexander Albon's hopes and dreams of a podium. Maybe one day, but not today, Alex, is what Fernando Alonso said. Sergio Perez crashed out. Checo. Man, what?
He was feeling vibrations. We didn't hear it. He was a please.
See, the mic is for my Crofty impression again. Absolutely. In terms of that, remember now you have to request to speak, so I can give you the microphone to go.
If I just turn my head, that should be enough.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll see. He doesn't want to speak to you.
I just want to speak to
he's sorting he's sorting out from there. But yeah, Singapore, great race, excitement at the end of that. Now, obviously, last week, we had some interruptions. Stephen gave an inspiring race start. We watched it back. 3 lights up, 4 lights up, 5 lights up. Oh crap!
Oh crap! It was an oh crap moment.
Oh, it's Fernando Alonso stalling on the line. Can you imagine? And still managed to podium.
Man.
Incredible scenes.
Sorry, I'm just sorting out the pit crew. They're absolute shambles.
Honestly. So our pit crew are tired at the moment.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, don't they know triple headers is the way forward? Oh, the Black Sea GP. We actually are in Sochi. Oh, is it going to be a more exciting circuit than Sochi? That is the big question, because Sochi in real life is everyone's favourite track if your name is Valtteri Bottas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Finn.
The flying Finn.
No, that's Stickelhansen.
That is Stickelhansen.
When he's not. Oh, actually, our F1 2020 career is actually the prequel to Stickelhansen. Oh, yeah. There's some.
We were a former driver, isn't that our backstory?
Yeah, there's some weird kind of time thing going on here, because we're both simultaneously living in 2020, but both careers are happening at the same time. Absolutely mind blown.
Yeah.
Mind blown. I can't figure out what's going on. But anyway, Stephen's just sorting out a little bit of the upgrades before we jump into practice, and we can talk about the track. And obviously, I know everyone is more looking forward to the race, because that's what everyone's here for. But we're doing some admin stuff, because Motorsport Manager, it's the in-depth game. It's the game that gives you so much managing like a Formula 1 team, and Stephen is talking you through every step of the way.
Well, it's a bit too complicated to divulge. And
so now you're calling our audience...
Well, no, it's trade secrets.
A lack of intelligence.
Trade secrets.
What? So if they did it themselves... Oh, we've got Gary Gannon. This is Gary Gannon's first race, isn't it? Gary!
So Checo should
Alan!
get a race win.
Alan! Gary! Gary Gannon.
I've done my bits, so we're going to go into the weekend.
So Marvel superheroes, they kind of have like Peter Parker. No, he's actually... Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Are you about to say Gary's a superhero?
Well, I was going to say, if Gary Gannon is a superhero, what would Gary Gannon be a superhero of? What's Gary Gannon's superpower? This is one for chat. And if you guys have... Look, we've already gone down to 6. People can't hack this type of going from there. But yes, we are getting the race on the way. Oh, look, both are content.
I gave Fernando the better pass.
I had to think about that, and they're ignoring me.
Wait. He loves Sochi.
All the Curve Grande, Castle sector in Baku, under the bridge. Plenty of runoff for Spinella. Oh dear, Fergus. It's too soon. It's too soon. Another Sunday, another Seb spin. It's too soon. Why would you bring that up so soon? That's why we went for Fernando over Seb. Mainly because Seb turned down the contract.
Yeah,
but
he rejects us twice.
I'll tell you what, this has got elevation changes, hasn't it? This looks we might be on to an absolute cracker here. They've even got like a football stadium in the middle, like the real thing, isn't it? Or is it an Olympic Park? It's the Olympic Park. Wait, was it the Winter Olympic Park, or was it the? Well, they haven't had the Summer Olympics, so of course it's the Winter Olympics. Yeah, it is. Which is weird. Which I presume is the warmer climate in Russia, and that's where they held the Winter Olympics, away from the winter stuff in Russia. Maybe the winter stuff in Russia was too wintry, too cold. Wow, it's a quick lap. Look at that. That's rapid. Well, yeah. Let's try and figure out. I mean, actually, you concentrate on what you've got to do. In fairness,
you can watch Fernando, or you can watch Fernando.
Okay, well, we're going to be on board with. Oh my god.
Stay on board.
Well, yeah, if we're going to stay on board, you've got to stay on board. Oh, okay, it does look a bit like Sochi. Lots of 90-degree angle corners. Oh, hairpin there with an acceleration zone. That looks like it'll be a great for overtaking. Another kind of 90-degree corner. Oh, it's actually just Sochi.
It's actually just Sochi.
They've actually just recreated Sochi. Lads, you had so much potential here, Motorsport Manager. You could have recorrected things. Oh, chicane! Yeah, that's actually in the Sochi circuit as well. They've basically just built. Will it be better than Sochi? That is the question.
Of course, Fernando's going to be there.
Okay, all right. Craig Taggart needs thing. We should. And Matthew Morrison, the double Alonso return. Right, sorry, Craig. We do kind of anticipate. What have you done? Right, while Stephen's trying to sort out the hack job of a setup that he's got going for the drivers, I'll explain what's going on for you, Craig. So, we initially started on a mod with Alfa Romeo, and our kind of mantra was make Alfa great again. We started releasing those videos on YouTube, and sometimes we had race highlights as well. I don't know how long we did those for, probably about 6 races I think we did on YouTube, and then we switched to going onto Twitch. And on the first race on Twitch, Kimi Raikkonen won the Canadian Grand Prix in an Alfa Romeo with an amazing strategy call. It was incredible to see. But we heard of this Fire Fantasy mod, which is the mod that we are currently on, that it is so much better than the previous mod that we're on, and we can confirm that it is better. So we are now in our first season as Aston Martin. This is round 12 of that season. We started off with Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll, obviously. Then we signed the young talent, and we had Habsburg, I think, as well. Lance Stroll we dropped, and we kind of used Habsburg, but Habsburg didn't do great, so we kept Stroll. Then we signed Teo Pacher because someone wanted to kind of have Teo in the side. Then Teo, after his first race, having a poor race himself, said he was open to offers. So we put him in the reserve driver, brought Lance Stroll in, then Fernando Alonso. We were kind of scouting. He said he was interested in the seat, signed Fernando Alonso 4 races into the season, and ever since then, it's been Fernando and Checo time. Fernando now has 3 podiums to his name in the space. He is currently 6th in the championship, I think ahead of Alexander Albon, even though he missed the first 4 rounds. So Nando's being Nando. Checo, his race engineer left because, well, we sacked him because he was leaking documents. It was basically Spygate for us. Then he had to have like this intern doing the job, and now we've got Gary Gannon, which we don't know what his superpower is. But I think that basically rounds up everything, Craig. If you have any questions, obviously drop them in chat. You dropped Stroll to reserve for the money. Absolutely. Fergus and Katie, they've been here all the way. They have been heroes.
I think Matthew said double Alonso returns. Double Alonso is here every week.
Yeah, and to explain that for people watching who are confused why Alonso, the only explanation we have is that Fernando Alonso is an alien, and his goal is to consume other drivers and just make the whole grid Fernando. But it only works in practice before Checo fights back and is able to qualify and go in the race. Or it's a glitch that we just don't understand.
Everything comes.
Absolutely. That is the only thing. Remember when we had the alien track? You know, like Roger from American Dad. That was last week, was it? That was the Singapore circuit. What does the Singapore circuit look like? It was like an upside down pickaxe.
Happy alien.
The happy alien. Hello. Yes, and then we didn't even look at the track layout here in terms of what goes. Um, yeah, this is why you should use the FIA 20 mod. Never happens. Jesus, you've had a mad first season. My brain, when you was going through, was like, okay, a lot's happened. I mean, I don't know, Craig. It's gone from there. Kronos F1, how's it going? Hello, our Geordie friend from up north. Thanks for coming in on chat. Kronos F1 has a great YouTube channel as well, so make sure you kind of check that out if you're interested in some F1 content. But thank you for jumping in chat, Kronos. And to summarise their first season, they basically spend 100 million breaking contracts. Fair shout, Fergus. Fair shout. Let's go from there.
Lawrence is bankrolling everything.
Yeah. Lawrence is now happy with us because, you know, this is what you need to do to businessmen. Although you can drop their son, you need to get results. And when you get results, it makes them money, so then they're happy. What's going on in practice? Are you getting these setups right? We've got 6 minutes 17 left, and we've only got a great excellent. He's only got 95% optimum balance. This is what happens when I leave you to do everything. Like usual.
We're fine.
Oh, yes, now up the mags. Is that your latest video, Cronus, F1, on bigging up Kevin Magson? If you are bigging up Kevin Magson, I know Katie in chat will be very pleased about everyone bigging up Kevin, who seems to get the short end of the stick because everyone always thinks you're a worse driver than maybe potentially you are when you're in a worse car. But it's up to you. There's not enough good seats on the grid, and sometimes that happens. I might go back and watch from the start after this, my lord. Well, yeah, I think it's difficult. Are our Twitch streams saved?
No, that was the problem. They only saved for a couple weeks.
Right.
So you may be able to catch the last one that was on Twitch.
I can't remember. Craig, were you here last week? We might have got a double points finish before. It was like a solid one as our last Twitch stream.
The main reason of moving back to YouTube streams is everything gets saved.
Everything gets saved because they're just kind of stored, and unless I kind of delete it, which has been known to happen at times. Has it? Actually, I've just made that up for a bit of drama. I don't think I've ever deleted a video by intention. But Craig, were you here last week? Let us know from there.
You can look at the calendar. The season. Oh god.
No, sorry, Kronos. His latest video was about the Magpies, Newcastle. Oh no. F1 debate show. That's your fellow Geordie lads to kind of big up Newcastle. His latest video is on Nico Hülkenberg. Is that how Daniel Ricciardo says it? I don't know. Hülkenberg. They were doing like a video when it was Nico and Daniel last year. I make an embarrassment of myself, as I often do on stream, so nothing's changed there. Normality returns. But also one of the reasons we came onto YouTube there, because actually we have a following here and it actually makes sense. If you've got over 1,000 subscribers on your platform, you probably should stream stuff on that one rather than Twitch, where you have like 4 followers.
Excellent.
So going into interview mode. So Stephen, the cars look like they're perfectly set up for the weekend. It's your first time here at the Sochi circuit. How are you feeling that these setups are going to go for this weekend's race?
I'm feeling incredible. Should be a race win. It's all down to the qualifying team though, and if we don't win today, it's their fault.
Right, passing the buck as always. Doesn't seem like a very good team philosophy. Looks like we got Gunter Steiner over here. It's everybody's fault but himself.
Smash some doors!
No, that's Kevin. Kevin smashes door. Gunter asks, why is his door smashed?
What does Gary do?
Well, we still haven't decided what Gary Gannon's superpower is. Don't spit out your drink around electrical devices. That can go badly.
That'll be the next webcam gone. stick handling is pretty cool. Good fashion sense.
Oh no!
It's nice to see
Had a quick
someone-
look on Twitch. There's no videos left now. Sad times.
That was the annoying thing.
Our Twitch career is basically non-existent. We were never there.
Never there.
Or were we?
Dun dun dun.
And then there was stuff like raids on Twitch. What's that about? We never understood there. We had to raid people. Then we came in and we confused people by raiding, and then they were like, "Oh, thanks." We're like, "You're welcome. What have we done?" Fergus is the governor. No problem at all, Craig. Well, I suppose you're saying cheers for looking, but it was Katie who looked. So I don't know why I'm saying no problem.
There we go.
Oh,
I take this.
Stephen is on the mic.
Hello.
Qualifying team is here. Oh, Jesus, we've got to send Checo out. And we're going to go for very technical, I believe, the best philosophy. We've had a chat in chat, and today we're just going to let the drivers get on with it.
Okay. Auto everything.
It's auto. Fernando Simonzo.
Normal order has been resumed with Fernando and Checo. Alien Fernando has been defeated. For now.
Until next week, in practice, again. Oh, quick, press auto there. Oh, okay, right, guys. So we can now take this time to look at the track layout.
What the hell are those waves?
Oh, what? What waves? It's by the sea.
No. I'll try point out, but the helicopter cam. Those waves. You see?
Oh,
What the hell are those?
that's artistic. That is. Right, how do we judge this? Obviously, we'd like, oh, look, Checo's got perfect tyres.
That's artistic. It's just a bunch of curves in the ground.
You just don't get it, man.
No,
Artist for
Katie's got
interpretation.
Gary's superpower.
Is the ability to fit awesome into a sentence as many times as humanly possible. He is a great motivator. Awesome.
Awesome. That's the only comment I have to that.
Okay, so we're on board for Fernando Alonso's qualifying lap in Q1. He is through sector 1, goes into the hairpin, accelerating out. He sets a personal best in sector 1.
This is
Checo
first
has
lap.
set 2 PBs in sectors. Unbelievable. Oh, jeez.
It's his first lap as well.
Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso. He's close to pole position here at this chart. Not the fact that it's Q1. I suppose you can't get too excited. Anyway, and he's going across the line. 4th quickest. Fantastic. Does enough. Now the question is, will Perez be enough? It looks like Perez's time is
Just
enough
misses
at
out
the
on
moment.
pole position in Q1.
And
Gutted.
That's what everyone plays around for.
Checo's had a disaster lap, but it's probably good enough. He
it,
is 7 tenths clear. No, 6 tenths clear.
Okay.
Lando
let's
Norrie
go
could
through this.
overtake him.
Let's go through this. Right, those 4 they're out. Right, okay, fast forward. Bang. Okay, we're through for the first section of qualifying. We won't hang around here. I can do a better lot if you let me try it.
I can do a better lop.
I can do a better lot.
I can
It's
do a
Spanish
better
for
lop.
lap.
Who even was that?
It was Spanish. Barcelona. Rene! Fernando Alonso made it through to Indy 500 this year. You know, made it through qualifying by default.
By default. It's
So
always a positive.
That's always a positive for Nando. We've got to remember, we've got to keep the rating high here. Fernando's rating is on 8 currently.
Evening Ewok.
Oh, hello. Evening. Sorry I'm late. Been watching the snooker. No problem at all. Who's doing well in the snooker? I suppose I asked that, but didn't know who was there.
Excellent.
I was trying
Feel
to be
free
polite.
to tell us how the snooker's going.
Absolutely. Marcus Ericsson.
We may not be able to respond with intelligent comments.
Ewok from Endor, we did do our recap of what's happened today.
He was last week, though, so you got my recap, which was probably better
Okay.
than your recap.
Right. Cool. Marcus Ericsson,
Mine was
24th. Alexander Rossi, 23rd. 22nd Felipe Massa, and out of the new team, Stoffel Van Dorn qualifies 21st. George Russell, disappointing qualifying for him, out in P20. Nicholas Latifi, P19. Look how happy he is to beat George Russell. George Russell, Look at that. There's a sadness behind those eyes. Lando Norris, P18, and we move on to Q2.
George Russell, actually, in our F1 2020 career mode, my team, joined Alfa Romeo. He quit the Mercedes Academy and joined Alfa Romeo.
Absolutely. Go Max Chilton. In fairness, Max Chilton's helmet is very, very nice for the Indy 500, has to be said.
He's not going to win, though. Pato Award's going to win.
All right, Pato fanboy over there. If he's a Mexican, we like him. Is that the philosophy?
Well, they're the greatest drivers in the world. To be fair, in F1 2019, for me, Vettel joined Toro Rosso. He went back home.
Oh.
He went back home.
Oh no, I've put Fernando in some traffic. But who is it?
Sebastian actually won his 5th world title with Ferrari.
Yes, that happened today.
Thanks to us.
Yeah, you're welcome, because we did take out Bottas's front wing.
If you saw the tweet from Michael, there was basically 6 points in it going into the last race, Abu Dhabi, between Sebastian, Bottas and Lewis. Lewis crashed out of his own accord. He literally spun and crashed into a wall. He was out. And then I may or may not have taken out Bottas's front wing.
Oh jeez, I haven't got auto on.
To allow Sebastian Vettel to win the race.
Oh, I didn't.
Bring him in.
Should we do that?
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, we're gonna have to take that off. It's gone wrong. I'm starting.
Tell him to come in then.
No, he's gonna start his final lap. He might be up. He might set PBs. We'll see how far he's off. He's got cold brakes and cold tyres, so he's not.
Well, we're not gonna know because he's like won the first out.
No. We got a good idea of some of the people out there. Okay, he's quite far off.
Oh, Sebastian won here, Matthews crit. Did you help him though? Because
yeah, Craig, I'm sorry. I don't know what was going on. I was like going, I wonder why his tyres are cold, and then looks, oh, Ferraris, what's going on?
Oh my god!
Oh, shocker.
You did bring him in then. Was he that far off?
I mean, Perez. Is that going to be good enough? It looks
He's
pretty
better
good
than
lap,
Kvyat.
to be fair. Fernando Alonso, his thing's pretty high.
Fernando.
We're going to go in the gap.
Are you doing a one shot with Fernando in Q2?
Yeah. Well, you can do it. He's lad.
Oh, Checo has made it. So far.
Yeah, remember.
Of the first runners.
Yeah, we can send those. Oh, no, wait. These are the ones we're going to start the race with. We better use a new set.
I give you all these tyres. You can
Fernando.
use them. I was too slow to help him most of the time. Well, we weren't really competing for the race win. I just was in an opportunity to take Bottas out of the race. And I took.
Yeah, but
I may not or may
season,
have
we've won first 2
taken out
races of the season.
Bottas's front wing.
Unbelievable. We're flying in F1 2020, and we will have a play around and see if we can stream that, although we're not.
Yes, maybe with this setup.
How could we stream on YouTube?
How can we stream on YouTube?
Can you stream from Xbox to YouTube? At YouTube to Xbox? Right,
let's ask chat.
Fernando's got things.
Fergie, do you know? You're normally the one to help us out on this stuff.
Okay.
Can you?
Let's go on board for
Jesus.
Fernando Alonso's one-shot qualifying. Here
Hold
we
that
go.
thought.
He goes a little bit wide in turn 1. Turn 2, he's getting held up in traffic. This could cost him, and he's got past.
You know what that reminds me of? Like the Monaco.
Kevin! Oh, the Haas! Who's that Haas? Is it Kevin Magnussen? Get out the way, Kevin!
You know that first sector there? It kind of reminds me of Monaco. You know, the sharp right-hander up the hill.
Yeah, see, that is elevation.
Round the weird waves in the ground. Anyway, we're back with Fernando.
He's going well. This is a good time so far.
Very good time. Should be easy top 10. Pierre Gasly's doing a PB, but has not done a PB in Sector 2. Danny Rick.
Fernando Alonso goes 8th quickest. Pushes his teammate Perez down. Question is, it's now too late. We're going to have to see whether it's good enough for both drivers to get through into Q2.
You have to start broadcast, I think. What race? Yes, everyone's saying yes. I read the bottom of the chat and then worked my way
Oh
out.
look, Jonty's
Jonty,
there.
hi
Jonty.
Jonty.
So Jonty, also a note for you. We will be using the screen recording for the amateur lap, but this week was a busy
We have
week
to
that
say
we kinda
thank
got
you
away
very
with.
much, Jonty,
Well,
because
yeah,
you
you
have
saved.
saved the stream.
We saved the stream.
We're
Yeah.
using the stuff because our webcam packed it in that we normally use to stream this. But yeah,
Oh, look at that. Just snuck through, both into Q3. That's impressive. Kevin Magnussen, P17. Esteban Ocon, 16. Grosjean, 15. Antonio Giovinazzi, P14. Pierre Gasly. And Daniel Ricciardo, P12. Kimi Raikkonen would love to be qualifying P11 at the moment in Alfa Romeo. This game's unrealistic.
look at that. 700ths of a second of Checo Perez in 10th.
Unbelievable. But Checo's got through. Fernando got through. Lads.
I think we do 50% race distance.
Is it 50% race distance.
It's like normally around 30 laps or whatever.
Yeah, we do 50%.
I think that's about 50%.
Yeah, it is 50%. We do 50%. Right, okay. We're going to send them out.
We'll look into that broadcast thing tomorrow.
We're going to send them out on the used softs.
Probably using this stuff. Yes. What? No, you've got fresh tyres, please. Please use the fresh tyres.
We'll use fresh tyres. Look,
you can send Alonso out on that one that's minimal.
Okay. Because this is all about the rating. Then we get into the one-shot quali time.
Well, you got the tyres to do 2 laps.
Okay. All right. Fine. Here we go.
But you can send them out on.
Yeah. Can we send
that
out on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You have my approval.
You have my approval.
Who's that that's just come out?
What have I done?
Who's that? Kivya?
Oh, he can go in his home Grand Prix. He can
go.
He can do what? Any chance of audio being turned up a bit?
No, we don't really have the option.
This is the problem at the moment, Ewok from Endor. Like we said, this was a last minute change and we're not sure really on the audio how to turn that up. Perfect tyres for Checo though, other than me shouting louder.
Yes.
Which
Sorry,
isn't
I probably
impossible.
didn't have the mic closer enough.
Oh, going for a Senna t-shirt. Awesome for that. Alonso gets perfect tyres. Let's see. We'll just fast forward a bit. Let them get their times in. Bam, 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 bam.
No commentary for this flying lap.
Wow.
Fernando Alonso. He's only 100th of Charles Leclerc.
That's incredible.
Bottas, though, is on a flying lap.
No, Mercedes.
2 purples.
Hamilton's, look at that, though. Quicker than Hamilton.
But Bottas surely is going to put the lap together.
He crashes.
I think Fernando was holding him, or Checo was holding him up.
It's been a long time.
Oh
my God! We are currently on the front row of the grid. What's going on?
Checo
on the set of
was holding up.
How has that happened?
Bottas there at the end.
Good stuff. Well done, Checo. Good lad. Good lad. Right, we're going to fast forward a little bit. How long's the lap? 1:15. Okay. Probably about 2 minutes we send both the lads out again.
Hey, Lena.
Hi, Lena. Thanks for joining in, as always. Okay, no problem. Yeah, sorry about that one. We will try and get the old webcam fixed, but we are not really sure.
We'll try to work out if I can turn up the audio on here. The standard SS Senna shirt. What is the standard SS shirt?
Okay, here we go. Both the lads, both the boys are going out. Here we go.
Come on, Fernando.
He needs to get out of the way. Who's he?
Carlos Sainz.
Junior.
Damn, Junior. He's literally holding us up. He's on his it's our out lap. We're fine. He's on his flying lap.
He's on his flying lap.
He's going to be on his slow. He's going to be on his slow lap when we need to overtake him.
That's the problem.
Checo's in plenty of clean air.
But it's all right. Fernando Alonso is in a good position currently. But okay, let's ride on board Checo for this one because he's the one who's in free air. We're going to give him time. So as he comes around the last corner and he begins his flying lap into that kind of kink in the road on the left into the sharp right-hander. Oh, Carlos Sainz is now getting in the way of Sergio Perez into the left-hander. Oh, it's a weaving part of the section through the casino section. Wait, no, it's not Monaco. Descending down into the hairpin, through the
Does
straights.
look like Monaco.
It looks soulless as Sochi did, so they captured that part of Sochi.
It looks like Monaco if
Under
you
the
weren't
bridge.
in Russia.
Sorry, I just thought I'd get some excited. It's a PB from Checo through there. Another PB through Sector 2. He is going to improve on his time. Whether that will be enough to take him further up the grid into the right-hander, across the line on the last lap. Bang! Still 10th. Checo.
Did anyone else notice there's a hell of a lot of cranes around the lap?
They're constructing stuff.
Why are there so many cranes? I think they're for vehicle recovery. They just go, boop, no safety car. Oh,
John T was sharing me his very cool F1 collection. He has an F1 model for every year, the F1 Championship, and a load of Senna cars too.
Has he got any Mac stuff?
Have you got any Mac stuff, John T?
Yeah, I should direct that him.
I think eBay's a pretty good place to do it, although it sounds like John T is the man to go from it. But anyway, qualifying team's done. I hand you over there. I guess I'm back onto the mic, getting ready. Warm up. Are you okay? Normal order is restored. I will be taking the race start this week. How exciting. Look, now look, we're back up to 10 viewers. Everyone knows race days here. We are flying. We are getting excited. Yes too.
I don't know what I was going with that.
Okay. Oh, he does have that. Okay. Where are we? We're
gonna go mental.
This never ends well.
Yeah. It's been a while since we got Drive for Country.
Okay. Right, we're going to go from the start. So, Valtteri Bottas continues to be strong in Russia, getting the pole. Sebastian Vettel joins him on the front row in P2. Max Verstappen P3 and Charles Leclerc P4. Fernando Alonso starts P5 with Lewis Hamilton P6, struggling in the qualifying today. Carlos Sainz P7 and Alexander Albon down in P8. Daniel Kvyat P9 in his home Grand Prix with Sergio Perez rounding off the top 10. Kimi Raikkonen P11 and Daniel Ricciardo P12. Pierre Gasly P13 and Antonio Giovinazzi not doing bad in P14. Roman Grosjean P15, Esteban Ocon P16, making it an 8th row lookout for the French. Kevin Magnussen 17th. I don't know who was 18th. Lando Norris ahead. Here's DP19, George Russell P20, Stoffel Van Dorn 21, Felipe Massa 22, and Alexander Rossi and Marcus Ericsson, the two IndyCar drivers, making it an Indy back row lockout in the 12th row. Let's get ready to race.
You know what?
Who's pumped for this
They
chat?
do this week in, week out, and it's impressive stuff from the boys there.
It is. It is impressive to be that consistently bad.
I wasn't going that far. Okay, is everyone ready?
Okay.
We've got Come on Nando from KTM chat.
Oh, okay. Guys.
Any other things we need to
Breathe.
see?
Breathe.
No.
Breathe. Because, now we're just on a roller coaster. We don't know what happens from this point on.
Oh, here we go.
But it's 2 lights up, 3 lights up, 4 lights up, 5 lights up, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a much better start for Fernando Alonso, but he got held up by the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, but he's taken a Red Bull and a Ferrari at the start. Fernando Alonso currently running in P3 behind Vettel, and he's jumped up into P2. Valtteri Bottas has had a fantastic start. He does love the Russian track. Sergio Perez as well, starting in P10, has jumped up to P6, doing a fantastic job there. Max Verstappen, we saw, had an awful start, is currently running down in P8. Albon is in P10, and Giovinazzi again having a top start. Perez, what's going on? Ricciardo's in P5, but Perez is there. That's surely going to be a penalty investigated by the stewards after the race. But Vettel now is dropping away. His teammate Charles Leclerc is overtaken in P3. Alonso currently runs in P2 on merit. Has he started to rein in Valtteri Bottas? No, I think a 1.7 second gap for Valtteri Bottas is absolutely a solid start from there. Lando Norris starting lower down the field has moved his way up into P15, P14. Oh dear, that's not good for Perez locking up from there. Daniel Kvyat again a good start, P7. Verstappen looks like he's moved up. Lewis Hamilton outside the points currently in P11. He is really not having a great weekend so far. Where did Pierre Gasly start? I thought he started lower down. Over there. Oh,
Lewis jumped.
Albon Verstappen.
Norris locked up. I think there was a crash.
Sorry,
There was a crash.
Hamilton is back in the points. Sainz. Sainz is in the pit and Charles Leclerc. He's having a look at Fernando Alonso. Wheel-to-wheel action through the corner and Fernando Alonso holds position. It's going to take more than that from the young Monegasque driver to get past the experienced Spaniard.
Oh, Checo's crashed. Checo has crashed.
Oh my God. I've told you this never goes well. Look at that.
Look away.
Oh my God.
Gary was telling him he was doing an awesome job and he just crashed.
Ricardo cut the chicane. Anchit is awesome, bringing back the classic meme. Perez, what are you doing, man? Like, our first 2 YouTube streams, and you're in the wall, son. You're in the wall. The pressure, the eyes are on.
Okay, we'll resume the race with one driver.
Well, looks like, guys, it's very early doors, but our sole focus is on Fernando Alonso. It's a yellow flag through no open.
Normally is always on Fernando, but Checo was looking great.
He's had a great start. That's so disappointing that he's lost it. But this is what happens when you're on a street circuit that's kind of not a street circuit.
No safety car. Huh?
Look, it's safe. It's recoverable.
Where's your cranes now, Sochi?
And Fernando Alonso completes.
The crane here? No cranes here, though, ain't there?
Oh, that's poor. But it's allowed with the yellow flag through Sector 1. It's...
That's poor.
I just go there. No, Checo.
Look at all these cranes.
Checo with epic oversteer from John T in the chat. We have no idea what is going on there. Valtteri Bottas extending his lead to 2.7 seconds out in front. He really does love it here in Russia. And I'm sure there is a Scandinavian Viking in the crowd somewhere cheering him on. But the beach? We have to know that if Kimi Raikkonen does not finish this race, that he knows that there is a beach where we can probably go and have some cocktails instead of returning to the garage. If you want to check out F1 Fantasy for the F1 for the Kimi moment of the week, that will probably make more relevance. Checo retired in the garage, feeling depressed. These last 2 races really haven't gone well for him. He's played the whole season so far, and unfortunately, these retirements, they're not doing well. Do we have to consider someone else alongside Fernando Alonso? No, we keep faith in Checo Perez, but we are going to need to start seeing some results sooner or later. But Lewis Hamilton, after somehow being outside the points, has now moved his way back up to P4 and ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Ricardo on that hard compound is doing...
Cut a corner to get there, so...
Oh dear, yeah, he did cut the chicane, as the chat said. Will Ricardo be facing retrospective action for that?
What else is happening? Sainz, he had a drive-through penalty.
Well, he had to have a pit stop as well. He looked like he got a puncture. Well, he's made a place. Latifi ahead of Russell.
Yeah, but I think he qualified ahead, didn't he?
No, yes he did. Correct. But Marcus Ericsson, it's Ericsson's fault. He's 18th.
Norris just outside the points.
Gasly being the better of the Frenchmen, making it into the points on his hard compound so far.
Norris is getting 6 positions at the moment.
Very impressive from the young British driver Alexander Albon ahead of teammate Verstappen again. Is Verstappen overrated?
Oh, sparks. Will there be a collision between the Red Bulls?
And Verstappen has taken back the position. Is that just team orders? Who knows?
Roman Grosjean's crashed.
Oh no, you couldn't make it up, Roman!
We have a whole lap to go round, but we could pit early.
Do we pit early, guys? Do we go for the early pit stop?
We can make it to the end on a 1-stop.
Do you bet going for the end on a 1-stop? It would mean that we wouldn't have to push throughout, but it could potentially mean Valtteri Bottas is going to pit. But what tyre compound is Bottas going to pit for? That is the question.
I think put a 1-stop down for the moment, but you can question. if you want.
Anyone in the chat want a question on there, you can obviously interrupt. We do have the virtual pit wall with you guys. We do take notice of your suggestions, but if we completely disagree with it, we just ignore you.
Whoa. It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's the harsh reality. Sometimes you've got to think, everyone's happy with the decision.
No one's got over with Checo's crash yet.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. We need a pause, don't we? Because people might not have realised that Grosjean, Crashon,
in the same spot.
That is a difficult part of the track. Oh my God! It's through the barrier. They really need to look at those for safety concerns. And it's in front of the Spanish flag, the Alonso flans. Checo just couldn't handle the pressure of being cheered on by the Spaniards. Right, everyone's going pit.
We are pitting.
We are pitting, but the question is for what compound? The medium or the hard compound? The hard compound, in theory, can get us to the end of the race. In theory.
Or do we put on the medium push and then...
But clearly, this looks like a track that is causing lots of collisions, so potentially we can even pit again and go onto a softer compound later in the race. I think do a Charles. Pit for the one stop. Katie's vote for the hards. I think in chat, that's what we're going to go for in terms of this position. We are going for the hard compound. It's the smart choice.
Bam.
Fernando Alonso currently running in P2 position and on merit as well. Valtteri Bottas just out ahead there. It's a clean pit stop from Fernando Alonso, just coming behind the Mercedes driver. Lewis Hamilton looks like he's saying, and they have gone for the medium compound, so they will need to pit again. But it is going to put Fernando Alonso on the defensive straight away. Ricciardo has somehow managed to go, because Ricciardo didn't need to pit. He stayed out on the harder compound. The safety car is still there. The queue is still going now. I think we're going to catch up a little bit of traffic. The two Ferraris are sitting behind on the medium compound. Everyone has pitted for the medium compound. So, Ewok from Endor went for medium. Leave Alonso out for a bit longer, Craig Taggart. We've gone against, the chat was a little bit slow. We've gone for maybe potentially a controversial decision. Has the safety car come in? It has. Poor start from Fernando Alonso. And Lewis Hamilton takes the lead in the Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas for the first time in Sochi is not leading the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc is all over the back of Alonso. Obviously, they have the tyre advantage being on the softer compound. But Fernando Alonso will come into his own later on. Daniel Ricciardo has dropped off a bit. Max Verstappen still running in P7. Gasly is there. Alexander Albon again suffering there. Oh, well, Gasly stayed out on the harder compound as well. Fernando Alonso doing very well to defend against Charles Leclerc at the moment, but he is still in a podium position as things stand. The Mercedes look like they've got things both in hands here, but you'd expect their tyre wear to go. I've heard that Sochi is very hard on the tyres. Made that up completely just to suit our strategy. Ignore me.
Charles
Good choice. Sorry, Craig. The chat came through late, so this is the problem. There is a slight delay. We're discussing these things, and we don't know how far you guys are behind. So sometimes we guess, and if it's quiet for a while, we just kind of we go with our gut, and maybe our gut's wrong in this situation. But anyway, Fernando Alonso is still in a podium position. 2.5 seconds behind the leader again, so about 1.7 behind Valtteri Bottas. Lewis Hamilton already built up a second gap to first place. Valtteri Bottas. Daniel Kvyat, one of the big benefits in his home Grand Prix, running P6 on the medium compound.
This is looking very good though. We've stayed ahead of Charles Leclerc for now at least. He did lock up. And if we just stay within the pit window of the Mercedes boys, we may be on for a race, mate.
Don't get your hopes up too soon, Stephen. Come on, we can't be having that type of...
Oh. Wait, can I just say?
No.
How do these things work?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a race. Stop looking at sheds.
Look, nothing.
Oh, that is thing. Maybe
I'm just saying there's some weird stuff going on in Sochi.
They're defying gravity. I wasn't at the chat. The internet is awful in the Isle of Wight, so left the live stream and rejoined. Wasn't anything on your end. Oh, Craig. Sorry, bud. I hope it allows you to watch the majority of the stream. Anyway, no one else pitted onto Harts. No, they didn't. But maybe it could be a masterclass, guys. Are we staring down the barrel of a fantastic decision?
You know what else? No one tried to qualify Q2 with the hard tyres at the 70th anniversary race. Look what happened there.
Look who won. Anyway, they are shooting off into the distance, Mercedes, so we do need to make sure that they don't get too well ahead, because I don't think it is the... No? What do you mean?
I mean, I can't do anything.
Why can't you do anything?
I can't push.
Why?
If that's what you're suggesting. Because we're doing the one stop.
Well, we need to make the one stop work. Come on, Charles! Sorry, I was thinking of Sunday and Charles Leclerc on the one stop, but then realised we are Fernando Alonso, and I don't know.
Because we should be fine.
Anyway, yes, it is into a lull in the race. We are maintaining podium position. Charles Leclerc keeps on fighting, but those tyres are suffering heavy wear. Valtteri Bottas at the moment at the lead. Looks like he's slightly better on his tyres than Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel is very good on his tyres. And it's slipstreaming Charles Leclerc. Is this the move he makes? No. Fernando Alonso manages to hold on the stream. He is slipstreaming. He's looking. It looks like round the outside. It's wheel-to-wheel action. He's got the inside line going into the corner and takes P3 away.
It's fine. Everyone, it's okay.
Liam Talks F1 is back. Welcome back to the chat.
Alternative strategy. We'll see what happens at the end.
Why did Alphas not pit either of their drivers when both were on the softest compound? Because they wanted to sabotage their races. It just about sums up Alfa Romeo's season, doesn't it, guys? From there, just looking, yeah, like I said, Daniel Kvyat, big benefit on there. Daniel Ricciardo on the harder compound dropped as well. Yeah, give us some tyres. Come on, 39 laps remaining. Fernando Alonso's tyres looking in good positions. Question is, will the mediums make it to the end?
Hopefully. I just realised I need to heat them up a little bit.
Push, Fernando. Through the chicane. Is that the corner that Ricciardo just went straight across?
No, it wasn't. It was.
Oh. I'll tell you what. UK, it's still very hot, sweaty. I'm starting to drip. It is getting warm.
It was that corner. He just cut that corner.
He just didn't fancy it. Okay, Sebastian Vettel is there. It is now a gap of 16 seconds. It is now becoming a little bit of an issue. The harder compound is now looking worse. We're now going to have to wait and hope that they're on one stops and their tyres really drop off.
Crash, there's another safety car. This is okay.
Do we pit?
There is maths 36 laps.
Question: do we pit for the mediums?
We could push for hards and then be pushing. They'll be comfortable, get to the end. Not comfortable, comfortable. Not comfortable, comfortable.
And no one's going to pit under this compound, are they?
I'll pause before we get to the pit stop.
Well, okay. All right. Pit onto mediums is what Matthew says.
They will get us to the end, but we won't be able to push. So
we won't be able to push. We're hard. We can just drive flat out on the tyres and just kind of burn them out to the end. That is the question. Nobody else is pitting, though.
Go on to medium and take it easy. I'm thinking, because of the safety car, we will get a bit more tyre life out of the mediums.
And also, look at their medium compounds. They are going to have to pit. It's basically a free pit stop at the moment. And we will be catching up.
Yeah. I'm happy to go mediums.
Let's go for the mediums. We got abused for not following the chat last time. This time we follow the chat.
Hopefully we won't lose too many positions. Should be good. Come out ahead of Albon. Lovely.
Nice. Into P6 on a fresh set of mediums. Verstappen's tyre wear and Vettel tyre wear is pretty good, but it's the front runners and the podium positions that could be the issue. Right, we've got to One lap. Is that one lap left? No, we've got a... Oh, it's heading to the garage this lap, so we want to be making sure that we warm those tyres up, make sure we get ready on the restart.
We doing...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The restart is going to be vital. Oh, Ewok for an Endor went stay out.
No, I feel like we needed a pit.
Because we're going to be on a softer compound come the end.
Oh, I just went to check it in the garage. Okay. Try warm those tyres up somewhat, so they're not completely underheated. Whack up the engine mode as soon as we get restarted.
Okay, this is it, guys. This is the restart. If he can make some key positions here ahead of Verstappen and Vettel, it will put us in a very good position. And it restarts. It looks like he's got the inside line on Verstappen. Oh! Yes, look at that. Fernando Alonso has jumped up from the restart up to third position. It looks an inspired move now. Fresher compound, fresher than anybody else's on there. The Mercedes still go off, but they will need to pit again, and Fernando Alonso won't need to pit for the rest of the Grand Prix. We can afford to run in a higher engine mode for a bit just to make sure that we maintain this advantage. Charles Leclerc is struggling there, but what a restart that was from Fernando Alonso. They were fighting each other, and he just went up the inside. Matthew Royston, what a start, absolutely. Unbelievable. Through the chicane section. Oh, it's a look up from Sebastian Vettel. Oh, didn't spin though. Didn't spin. Just like that. Don't you guys jump on him. And Fernando Alonso is going for P2 on Valtteri Bottas. It's P2 for Fernando Alonso. Incredible here. Okay. Yellow flag. No overtaking. Let's hope that there's...
Vettel crashed into someone. Collides with Albon. Vettel and Albon collide.
Oh, no.
Vettel came off a lot worse and has dropped down
into P10, and Alexander Albon is currently still running in P6. Charles Leclerc, yeah, we're just chasing down Lewis Hamilton, 1.6 seconds up the track in the higher engine mode. We are going to have to come down from it in a second with our fuel, but it's fantastic. Look up from Valtteri Bottas, and he loses the position to Verstappen. Verstappen has taken advantage. It looked like it was going to be Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, but actually Verstappen moves up into the podium position, and with better tyre conservation than both Bottas and Leclerc behind him, Max Verstappen is also looking good for a podium here. Daniel Kvyat's tyres again looking very fresh, and Ricciardo, they're looking in great positions in this race. Vettel trying to make his way back up. He's moved up into 9th. Oh, crazy keeping up with this lot. Absolutely crazy.
We're seeing a nice, within 2 seconds of Lewis Hamilton, so it's all looking good as he extends above 2 seconds. But we're fine. Pit stops, he's going to lose about 15 seconds, so we've just got to stay within that time. Lewis ain't pushing, but that's fine. We're looking good. I'm going to times 4 it because we are comfortably second at the moment. Don't need to do anything crazy. 30 laps to go. Tyres have got 35 laps in them.
Unbelievable.
Hopefully that'll be okay.
We'll be fine. It'll be going. Nando Man, absolutely. Liam talks F1. He is flying at the moment.
Massa's spun.
Oh dear, Massa. He's trading around, not at the back because Alexander Rossi, bless him. I feel like Rossi gets a bad rep here. You know, he's a very good IndyCar driver, and he always seems to be trading around the back. But that's what happens when you're in a team that aren't competitive in Formula One. It always worsens the look of your ability. Now, obviously, we can start to kind of save fuel and go in
Bottas looked up again and lost to Max Verstappen. He's now lost 2 positions.
And this plays into our favour with Verstappen, Leclerc and Bottas in a 3-way fight. It means that Fernando Alonso can kind of secure the position as long as he kind of keeps Lewis Hamilton within a good range. It's certainly positive. Although Lewis Hamilton is now 4.3 seconds up the track. He is running in a
Mercedes though.
And we're in an Aston Martin. What's that got to do with anything?
Bottas didn't pit? I thought I saw some pit. Don't worry, ignore me.
Liam says it's so wholesome seeing my 3-year-old watching the stream. I presume that's 3-year-old brother. It's nice, obviously, you know, getting Fernando into their blood early.
Yeah. He better be cheering for Fernando.
Everyone's got to be cheering for Fernando right now. Look at that tyre condition. Looks in great. Bottas look like he's going to pit. Hamilton tyres where they're going to go at some point. 6 seconds is the lead. The question is, how long will he go? Do we need to kind of push a little bit with the tyres just to kind of keep him in some sort of window? And if we conserve the tyres, then maybe first is out of the grips. But second is definitely looking like a very strong possibility as things currently stand. With all the cars behind us having to pit, it is realistically a fight with Lewis Hamilton for this race lead. 25 laps remaining in this Grand Prix.
Bottas has worked his way up back into third, but his tyres are in awful condition right now.
He is certainly going to be pushing to try and get ahead of Fernando Alonso before he has to pit. But will he be able to do that? He certainly is catching the Spaniard driver. The Mercedes clearly do have an advantage here. Hamilton's lead has now extended to 10.4 seconds. We can run in a higher engine mode for a little bit, see if we can maintain that gap to Lewis Hamilton, although he is extending it by roughly about a tenth rapidly.
About a tenth rapidly.
I think that's the technical term that people were looking for. A tenth rapidly was going on there. If we go back, Gasly and Giovinazzi. Gasly, after doing so well in his first stint on the harder compound, pitted for Ultras. What was he thinking? Oh, really has stuffed up his team there. We run through the points. Albon's doing a solid job in there. Vettel has taken Kvyat. Norris in P9. Really doing a fantastic performance, actually, for Lando Norris, considering he started where? Was it P18 for Lando?
Lando Norris was P18, yes. Doing very well in P9.
Very impressive.
P8.
Daniel Ricciardo was on the smarter choice. Oh, he's taken Vettel again. It is going to be fighting there. Oh, Vettel is falling down. He was in the points as high as 7th. He had overtaken Kvyat. And he's in the pit. Vettel is in the pit. He must have a problem. Is he going to retire? No.
Have to fix something on his car.
And he's now had to pit for the harder compound tyres.
He has got a dodgy neck though, everyone. So.
Let's not be too harsh on the bloke. Alonso has been able to maintain the gap at 11 seconds, but his tyres are cold. Do we need to kind of put some heat into those tyres?
I can't push.
We can't push if we're going to make it to the end of this Grand Prix. That's the problem. We're going to be crawling there as again. And Fergus is back in chat. Oh, it's a tense affair, Fergus. It's 11.7 seconds. Maybe Lewis was held up by this traffic that Fernando Alonso is now going to have to work in his way through.
I made times 12 it.
Blue flag! Blue flag!
Because until they pit, we don't really know what's going to happen.
And Bottas's tyres are gone. He goes down.
These crashes are safety car. We're going to have to pit again. How many laps are left? There are 18 laps left. We could, I say, mediums push.
I think mediums and push, guys. I think we might make an executive decision.
Lewis gets a free pit stop, so that is
it probably rules out the race victory.
Well, we will be fine, Lewis. So
clean pit stop, guys, and it's a clean pit stop. Fernando Alonso maintains P2 in that position. We did go on there, and we are going to, save those tyres and get ready to push in there. Lewis Hamilton is on the harder compound, so if we can make as good a start and jump him at the safety car. Unfortunately for us, though, there is a bunch of traffic in between us and Lewis Hamilton. That may hinder it, but being able to push on the softer compound, we will be able to get to the end of the race, and Lewis Hamilton is on the hard compound. We should. It's heading to the garage this lap. We're going to get some heat into those tyres, getting ready for that engine mode to push and go and overtake, that we could go wild for these guns. Hamilton on hards. I know it's getting exciting here, guys. Last week we got a P3 with Fernando Alonso. Are we potentially looking? And we've made it through. It's third. Leclerc is on the hard tyres as well. 15 laps remaining. Fernando Alonso, can he catch Lewis Hamilton? And can he pass Lewis Hamilton at the moment? We're pushing on the tyres and we're on overtake mode in the engine. Charles Leclerc, though, is fancying his chances as well. He can push on the end with those hard tyres, but we are literally just going to be pushing. They are on red. They are on overtake with those tyres, trying to kind of make sure the deficit there. But obviously, remembering with that,
how much life have we got in this? We can do the same. 2 can play at that game.
We're going to go all out. Hamilton has extended a 1.4 second lead. The Mercedes has looked strong all weekend with that free pit stop. It might be too much to ask, but we are currently with 14 laps running in a podium position. But now we have Valtteri Bottas and Charles Leclerc on our tail. We could deal with Valtteri Bottas really kind of charging Charles Leclerc.
4 crashes so far this race.
Surely not another safety car.
I didn't look at how Latifi crashed, but it was probably in the same spot.
This is crazy. Why? We really don't know why the cars don't unlap themselves. 1.4 seconds. We have managed to close that gap a little bit through the chicane section. It's a PB in Sector 2 for Fernando Alonso. It is a purple. It's the fastest Sector 2 of the race. And it's the fastest Sector 3. Fernando Alonso. He's closed it to within DRS range, but there is no DRS, so that's irrelevant at this time. But he's got within a second. Well, it's now maintained at a second. Don't keep watching here, guys, because a race win is definitely on the cards.
No.
Oh, Lando, it was going so well. PBs in every sector and go from there. But let's jump back on with Fernando Alonso. Slow again in Sector 1, but can he find that time that he needs in Sector 2 and 3? No, he's lost it in Sector 2, but he is still maintaining that 1 second gap. The tyres are overheating. Is that an issue? Do we need to drop off for a bit? We definitely need to drop the engine mode for a bit, otherwise we will run out of fuel from there.
I will back off.
Just go, but we can't back off too much, otherwise we're going to lend ourselves into Valtteri Bottas.
Charles Leclerc spins. Leclerc crashes into it. Albon is just.
We might need to push a little bit more on tyres. We can't afford to hold the position because their tyres are going to be overheating as well. We've got to at least get P2 in this position. The gap has now extended to 2.7 seconds again. Oh, Valtteri Bottas pushing all the way.
We could get at least P2 as we're fighting a Mercedes.
Absolutely, that's the pressure that we put upon ourselves.
I do think. Fernando just let Bottas pass.
Oh no!
It's team orders. Mercedes supply.
Right, let's move that engine mode down to make sure that we make it to the end of the race.
No, we've got to push now.
We won't make it on fuel.
We won't make it. We will. It's fine. It's fine.
Right, you've heard it here first from Stephen. It's fine. We're still running in P3. The Mercedes have looked dominant here. That last safety car really kind of did hinder the race win. Now it is a fight with Max Verstappen. Can we manage to survive and keep Max Verstappen behind us? That is the question. There is another yellow flag. There is loads of spins. Clearly this Sochi track is a difficult one.
It's got pressure Bottas into making a mistake.
10 laps remaining.
Oh, it's the flag. That's what it is.
Oh, it's the Russia flag. Nice.
Come on, Alonso.
We're still maintaining a close distance with Valtteri Bottas. There still may be P2 on the cards. But regardless, if it is back-to-back podiums, what a result for the Spaniard at Aston Martin. It has been brilliant so far.
I'll take another safety car right now.
Alonso definitely does not drive like a granny. Someone tell him what happened to Checo. Fergus, unfortunately, Checo crashed into a wall.
He's really slow coming out of that last corner.
For the second week in a row, we are going to have to move down the engine mode now. It may be conceding P2 to Valtteri Bottas. The tyres will last to the end, but we need to keep it ahead of Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton has extended his lead to 3.8 seconds at then 8 laps remaining. Valtteri Bottas putting in purple sector 2 and 3. Wow, that is certainly going to be interesting. I'm glad we didn't go for the ultras because I feel like we would have just faded away with people being able to push on these tyres. Currently holding Max Verstappen back, 7 laps remaining. It is going to be a tight fight, but a podium again is on the cards for Aston Martin. Car, honestly, who was it? Was it Grosjean who brought out the last safety car? No, it was Latifi, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Latifi, I'm not happy with you because we were looking in a great state for the race.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen has dropped off with 6 laps remaining. Fernando Alonso's tyres are absolutely flying still on that overtake. Cannot keep up with the Mercedes though. As like in F1 in real life, can anyone really keep up with Mercedes? We might just have to settle. 5 laps remaining for Fernando Alonso, still running in P3. I feel like I'm just on repeat. Had to turn the TV off as my little brother is heading to bed. No problem at all. Liam, thanks for going
Good
now.
night.
Sign a new driver helmet for Checo, maybe. Going from there, but Hamilton still maintains that 3.1 second. Bottas again.
Checo impaled his car into this crowd. Just to give you some visuals there.
Some context to the situation. Oh.
Hopefully no one was harmed in the crash, but his front wing was through the wall and into the crowd.
Incredible racing from Fernando Alonso. Has driven most of this race in a podium position. Most of the race was in P2. It looked like with a safety car that he might even have a sniff at a race victory. But unfortunately, that was not the case.
If there wasn't traffic there, we may have been able to snatch it from Lewis.
And then have been able to kind of push and go from there.
Just defend it, whilst pushing. But alas, P3.
It looks like a formality going into these last laps. We've told him to calm down a little bit. 2 laps remaining for Fernando Alonso in this Russian Grand Prix. We'll give a look at Daniel Kvyat. A fantastic performance in his home Grand Prix. Is going to get P6 in the end because Carlos Sainz tyres make it to the end? He will definitely be trying to push. Vettel is on another set of tyres, trying to recover some sort of race. Remembering,
Alonso on the final corner comes into the pit straight across the line at P3.
It's another podium for Fernando Alonso. Fantastic result for Aston Martin, the British-based outfit. It is incredible. Lewis Hamilton and the Mercedes Valtteri Bottas were too good on the day. Bottas commanding, but after the first safety car, lost the lead and never regained it since. Struggled in a fight with Verstappen and Leclerc in the middle of the race, and when Leclerc spun out and Verstappen dropped off, he was able to capitalise, chase down Fernando Alonso and secure P2 in the race. Max Verstappen in P4, Alexander Albon in P5, making it a good double team result for the Red Bull drivers. Carlos Sainz in P6, his tyres just hanging on to the end there. Daniel Kvyat in his home Grand Prix finishing P7 with Daniel Ricciardo P8. Vettel P9, a disappointing race for the driver who started on the front row. And P10 was somebody, but I got no idea. Lando Norris.
Where's P18 to P10? Great drive from him.
Good tactics and driving. Thank you, guys. I'm trying to Ewok from Endor. I think it's just a celebration in terms of that.
Imagine if Perez didn't crash.
Imagine if Perez didn't crash. We could have used him to get points.
Dropping Perez.
What for Stroll? No chance.
No, for Nico Rosberg.
Nico is back. Bring back world champions. That's what we do. Yes, do that.
There we go.
There we go.
Another podium.
Another podium, guys. It's amazing that we weren't screaming as much as last time because Fernando Alonso has made podiums real possibilities at Aston Martin. Let's take a look at the Driver Championship, with remembering that Fernando Alonso missed the first 4 rounds of the championship. What position is he in?
He's 6th, I think, still.
6th.
Let me see. 6th, there he is.
6th in the championship and getting closer to Valtteri Bottas, but not quite. It will be difficult to chase down those guys with 4 races to go in season 1.
A rundown with calendar. Does anyone actually still want that? And I can tell you how he did in every race.
Oh yes, we can.
It'll be like a 5-minute thing.
5-minute thing. Do you want to?
If anyone wants to catch up on the season so far,
okay.
As we know, if you are just joining on YouTube, you have no idea what's going on.
We are in round
You've
12,
just
and
seen
it may
2
be
podiums
confusing.
from Fernando Alonso racing for Aston Martin.
and you are ecstatic by the scenes that you've seen.
Things may not make sense.
Looking at drivers already.
Yeah, we're
Shocking.
Oh, we're going for Nico Rosberg, right? Two crashes in 2 races is not good enough. Not good enough indeed. There we go. Approach.
Nico Rosberg, not interested. That's that plan out the way. Any more retired things?
There probably will be another season.
Craig Taggart says yes, please. Will there be another season after this? Absolutely, Matthew Moyston. This will just be a regular thing with Motorsport Manager. We'll do as many seasons as people until people hate us.
Okay, yes.
Or want something different.
Did you say until people hate us?
I did say that.
Okay, so Austria, we had Sergio Perez and Lance.
Australia.
I've said that twice today. It was a decent result. I'm trying to think. Was there a few safety cars? Checo came 9th, Stroll came 11th. It was a bit disappointed that week. It was a bit of a mer race, first race of the season. After that, I believe we dropped Stroll. Yes, he didn't do great. Checo only got P10 in Dubai. Again, things not looking great. Lawrence was pissed at us because we dropped his son and we got 1 point for it. Then we went into Beijing round 3. Lance Stroll was back and rewarded us with our first double points finish of the season. Double points finish of the season. That's a tongue twister. With Sergio in 8th, Stroll in 9th. Solid, but not saying the world alight. We're still not that happy. Then we went into round 4, Portugal, where it was a bit of a disaster, clearly. I can't even remember.
I think
P12 and P13 at Portugal.
We just
Sergio
dropped.
Perez and Lance Stroll.
We just dropped through. I think we may have run. No, we didn't run out of fuel. We just dropped out of the points. We just didn't have the pace in Portugal.
But after that, we completely lost it. Lawrence was on the verge of firing us. I think we nearly had the chairman's ultimatum, which is basically in this game, they tell you they're about to sack you. So, drastic measures ahead of Cape Town. We brought in Fernando Alonso. Fernando, instant impact, came 4th in his debut for Aston Martin in South Africa.
And Checo was unlucky in this race not to make it into the points. He had a very good race, but
I believe it was time management wasn't quite there.
Which is a strange thing for Sergio Perez.
Yes. I will say, actually, I remember we went on a bit of a roll with getting drive-through penalties. And I think that's what happened in Portugal.
Oh, yeah. Perez kept on spinning.
I think we crashed into people, had to pit to repair our car, and then we got a drive-through penalty. It was all terrible. But yes, Cape Town, things looking good. P4 for Fernando Alonso. Things are back on track. Surely, things can't get better. Canada, Fernando Alonso gets his first podium with Aston Martin in his second race. Checo comes in at P8. Solid, double points return. First podium for Aston Martin. Lawrence, loving life. Things couldn't get better, could they? No, they couldn't.
No. Double points finish at the British Grand Prix. Solid, but not great. Perez out finishing Fernando Alonso for the first time in their career.
P8 and P9. Perez was actually looking great for this race, but his second stint somehow ended up nowhere because he was running like P4, wasn't he? And then disappeared in pace. Disaster, all going downhill. But Germany, Fernando Alonso's back. He's back in P4. And Checo rounds out another double points finish in P10. Fernando looking great again. We're refinding our pace. Surely, another podium is off the cards though. Wrong! Spa! Belgium, it's not Spa, but it's Belgium. Fernando Alonso makes it into P2. Checo with a nice solid P7. You're probably getting the pan right now. Alonso's challenging for podiums, whilst Checo's doing a solid job somewhere down the line. But yeah, that was solid. But yeah, Milan was 6th and 7th.
We didn't really have the pace advantage. I was about to hype
it up there, but then realised it was just
It was just an underwhelming race.
It was actually a good race, but compared to the Fernando podiums, it wasn't. Incredible.
It was a bit underwhelming. And then last week,
Spa was P2. Yes, and then Singapore last week. we were on YouTube for the first time. Fernando Alonso pulls out the stops and gets another podium in Singapore, the happy alien track, as people love to call it.
Hello.
But shock for Checo Perez, he was feeling vibrations and then just parked out on the side of the track. For some reason, Albon was looking for his first podium position that race, but I fast forwarded time. But Alonso cruelly snatched it away.
But I fast forwarded time. That's how good we are at this game. We control time.
Basically, Albon was going to get a podium and then messed up. But Russia followed up with a double back-to-back podium positions, third and third. Fernando Alonso is loving life, whilst Checo follows up with a double retirement, 2 races in a row. Now we're about to sack Checo and pay some more money to break contract clauses.
Because that's what we do, but we don't really have much money to do it, so maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should complete the season. Yeah, but maybe we should complete the season first, because we might want that 7 million to invest in the car, you know.
Yeah, 7 million is a lot of money.
All right.
We could buy a house with that. Anyone else want some 7 million?
Craig, no problem at all. Glad you had that. Spa P2. Absolutely what from Ender was. Spa was a brilliant race. That was a fantastic live stream. Spa was, certainly.
But basically, there is only 4 races left of the season. As we had a little look at the standings.
So
we're looking at solid P4 in the constructors, not really challenging Red Bull because Checo hasn't been following Fernando's performances. But it's been solid for P4. What kind of house are you thinking of buying? What can we get for 7 million?
Mansion with a go-kart track in the back.
Oh, nice.
Like it.
Yeah, and if we get in like the country, it'll be like cheap land, so you can have like a big go-kart track.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're doing.
I'll take a swimming pool as well.
Might be bad Wi-Fi for streaming though.
Well, because we'll be in the country, it'll be a bit cheaper. Have some of the 7 million left to have like our own
private
hotspot.
network.
Hotspot.
Yes. Yeah. Smart. Okay, but yeah, no, solid season so far. It's a solid first season with Aston Martin. Obviously, you know, this game is somewhat realistic. So you can't actually just go and compete for wins straight out the block, other than obviously if you choose one of the top 3 teams.
Well, strategy you could sometimes do it, but yeah.
But you know, the Aston Martin Racing Point team, they are roughly where they should be, and obviously Fernando Alonso, they've massively hyped driver ability here as well.
Oh my god, Checo's listening to us. After crashing out 2 races in a row, Checo's listening for offers.
Checo, we're not enjoying what you're doing right now,
Lawrence always likes to say he's listening to offers. It's like a little game he has, and then Lawrence says, no, bad boy, stay in this team.
No, bad Lance.
But Checo's like,
I'm very angry.
Checo's we're not really happening with Checo.
Anyway,
you finished well down the pick and order in practice.
We got on the podium, Jack. Do you want to ask any questions about the race, Jack? Unbelievable. This is the joke of this game. The interviews, absolute car crash. What the hell they asked for?
Our car's not looking too bad. We are making progress.
So our headquarters lacking our staff isn't great, but you know.
What are we building? We're building a wind tunnel. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I think that'll help massively with the aero department. Simulator 1 of 3.
Well, I was thinking like air conditioning wise, it'll be quite good. You know?
Yeah, that's what we use it for.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I
Some
agree.
guy was banging on about aerodynamics, and I wasn't listening to that dude.
Anyway, guys, we should probably round off this stream. Thank you so much for joining us for another podium. Oh, we're here for another podium. Stephen's doing stuff. I'm scared. Aveline.
No, that's just testing.
Oh, okay,
Don't
cool.
listen to that.
Oh, we're not doing that. Okay. Anyway, Yes, thank you so much for joining us in this live stream as always, guys. Hope you enjoyed the race. Obviously, we will be back again next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. as our usual stream time, where obviously you saw there we will be in Japan with only 4 rounds to go, so technically 4 weeks to the end of the season.
It'll be raining in Japan.
Is it?
Yeah.
You made that up?
Nope.
Oh, it's going to be raining, and rain means, well, exciting races, certainly.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in for that one. There's plenty of crashes when there is wet on that one. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your weeks. Obviously, if you want other live streams and content throughout the week, obviously you have the live stream weekly news show on Friday lunchtime after FP1. Obviously, we're at the Circuit to Catalunya this week. Race preview will be out tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time. And obviously the usual qualifying and race live streams after each sessions will go from there. But yes, guys, glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming along. And like the chat is saying, for now, you F1 fans, keep racing.